Oh, you can't see me. Oh, yeah, I put a post-it note over my camera. That's my government keep them out security. Let's see if I can stitch together a few thoughts here. I want to respond to MaKaElectric. He had a good question. Right at the end of his video, let's see. Government shuts down as ISON goes green. Right at the end, he's talking about the Supreme Court. And they're saying Obamacare is the law of the land. But he says, MaKaElectric says, that, well, what if our Supreme Court is, corrupt? Then is it really the law of the land? So, and then he asked for our thoughts, and my thoughts are, my response is, yeah, no. It's not legitimate. None of these laws are legitimate. I feel completely disconnected from this government. It's as if a foreign corporation came in and was telling us what to do. It's like Al Jazeera moved in overnight, and well, you have to do what we say. And would you go along with that? I mean, it's as if it's that bad to me. They're completely disconnected from reality, from our lives. It's like an alien landed and started telling us what to do. But people, it was so gradual for most people that they don't see the change. It doesn't resemble anything realistic. They're completely disconnected, and there's no checks and balances. That they still have the illusion of checks and balances, but it's all one blob of telling you what to do. That's how I see it. And they don't even care about you. They just care about getting you to do it. That's enough. That's enough for them. They don't care if you die, get sick, you're poor, that taken away. They give you food stamps and then they take them away. They just don't care. It's a slap in the face. They're just slapping you in the face all the time. Every day. Do this, do that, slap you in the face. I don't feel any connection to this government. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed that anyone nowadays still buys this crap as if they're an actual government. It is so obvious that they're a corporation. It's so obvious that it's not even a government. There's no desire. You don't see any. I don't see any desire on their part to do good for the American people, as if it was functioning as a government. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to serve us, but they're not serving us. They're making us serve them. That's how it's working. I'm like, what? It's complete reversal. It's as if the Queen of England was still dictating to us from her perch. It's as if it's that bad, but people have constitutional glasses on. Oh well, we have the Constitution, and the Supreme Court is doing this and doing that, and they still have that filter. They still see through that lens of constitutional protections when they're just doing whatever they want to do, and there's no checks and balances. They've got everything locked up. There's nothing. They've got it all locked up. All right, so no, it's not the law of the land, and you shouldn't obey anything that comes out of their mouth. Nothing. We should all pretend that they just don't exist. You don't exist. Obama comes on the TV. I don't know who that is. That's some foreign dignitary. That's some TV star. I don't know who that is. Just pretend. I don't know who it is. And John Boehner and John Kerry, they come on the TV. God, I have no idea who they are or what they're doing. They have nothing to do with me. And there they are passing laws and blah blah blah, and we got to do this and we can't stand that, and This is what we need. This is the way we need everyone to see these people as, I don't know who they are, what they're doing. So MaKaE, he mentioned the political port, and I don't think I've seen any of her videos before. And those are fun. Those are fun videos. She's a sharp lady, seems like. But put your swear muffs on if you're not into the curse words, because she's a heck of a ranter. Wow, that's great. And so I checked out one of her videos about they passed or John Kerry signed the Guns Control Treaty or whatever it is. I don't even care. As I'm not going to read through it and see what it says. I don't even need to do that, because I know that they could twist some agricultural bill around to take your guns if they wanted to. I don't even know that they want to take your guns, but I'm just saying. So I don't need to read through this arms treaty to parse out whether they could or could not take your guns, because we have a corrupt executive branch of government, corrupt legislative branch, corrupt Justice Department, corrupt. It's all corrupt. So I mean, they'll spin, they'll twist, they'll do whatever they want when they want to. So no, I didn't read it. Maybe I will. Maybe there's nothing that you can link into it where they're going to come and take your guns. Maybe there isn't at this time. But maybe there will be when they spin it. They'll find a few words here or there, or a phrase here or there that gives them the justification. It doesn't matter. They're going to do what they want because it's completely disconnected from you. Okay, but here's the thing about guns. I think we need the guns as last resort. But at the same time, if everyone had a gun and and 25% of us, let's say 25% of us know the truth, that this government is corrupt and needs to be done away with, go away. And I don't mean the Obama administration. I mean, the whole thing, the whole schmeal. I'm not anti-Obama, just anti-stupid. If 25% of us rose up, let's say, and did physically take control over stuff, it would just be a mess. And they would flip that, these controllers would flip that on its head and say to the other 75%, hey, 75% who don't know anything, these people are terrorists. And that's all they would have to do, and they would have all the justification in the world and the knowledge of who you are, because they have the NSA and everything, and to come to whoever they need to slowly but surely, and forcibly get whatever they needed from you. Get you or your guns or whatever. But what we really need is, we don't need the guns to do this. And I'm not saying we shouldn't have guns. I'm just saying, to get rid of these people, what we really need is for everyone to know what's really going on. That's all we need. And overnight, these people would be gone. They would go away. There would be no more manipulators. They would have to go away. If even the voters knew, if every voter knew what was going on, they couldn't exist the next day. Because no one would show up at the polls. They wouldn't even open the polls. They would say, well, this is a waste of time. Because anyone who runs for office or is electable is already part of the system, and no one would show up. That would be shut down. No elections. What we need is for all these middle people, all the enforcers, all the police, all the, I don't know who they are, town officials, and all the people in the middle who tell us what to do from, they're the kind of relay people. The controllers at the top say, here's the law, and they just go, oh, here's the law, we have to institute it. We get those middle people to know what the truth is and understand it, and this whole thing would turn around overnight. You wouldn't need guns. You wouldn't need a bloodbath. I guarantee you that the government we have in place right now would prefer a bloodbath, because they could win that. They would have better odds at winning that anyway. Better odds, let's say. And I certainly don't want a bloodbath. If there was a good option for us, I only see one, and that's that everybody understands what's really going on. This government is not your government. It's not even a government. A government is supposed to serve the people. It's doing the opposite. We're serving it. It's insane. So if everybody knew the truth about our government, completely corrupt from the top all the way through it, if they knew that, that's all we would need, and it would be over. They would have to go away. So that's what, if you want to pray for something, pray for everyone to see that light. And then these people could go, they could go to that new island off Pakistan and pass all the laws they want and print up all the new dollars they want, and no one would care. They could control each other all day. They just want to control people. They can just control each other back and forth and print and throw dollars at each other. No, you clean my toilet. No, you mow my lawn. So that's a good point, MaKaElectric. Yes. No, I don't see them as legitimate. This government is pathetically bad. They're almost rubbing it in your face how bad they are. It's how nonsensical they are. Like John Kerry just thrashing around like a little child. We're going to get rid of the chemical weapons. Wow, chemical weapons. He has no arguments. If they have intelligence, they don't show it to us. What the heck? But the funny thing is that even Obama doesn't make sense anymore. And he's supposed to be rational and stuff. But, his arguments are so childish. It's like in your face. They're just like trying to screw with your mind. Like, what? This doesn't even make sense. Obama says, well, we have to raise the debt ceiling because we're a nation that pays our bills. If we were a nation that paid our bills, we wouldn't have to raise the debt ceiling. It's reverse logic. It doesn't compute. He's trying to mess with it until our brains snap. Like, are you serious? These are the kind of nonsensical arguments that are coming out of the White House and Congress. They don't even make sense, but I guess it's good enough for us because we're pathetic TV watching yokels, I guess. I guess that's good enough for us. They're trying to, I don't know, it's as if they're trying to see how much they can get away with. Let's see how dumb we can act. Let's see how dumb we can act and see if they buy it. I don't know. Maybe they'll buy it. Fuck it. We're just trying to ruin this country anyway. That's our job. That's our mission, is to ruin this country. So it doesn't matter how bad we look. If it gets bad enough, we'll just leave. And then this place will disintegrate and we'll be happy because we'll swoop in with whatever our plan is and then take over while they're all battling, I don't know who, like battling each other, I guess. We'll swoop in and with our UN power, through that control arm, and chop up this country for resources. Chop, chop. Okay, you live in a cell block, and you go out to the fields and harvest coal or whatever you do. I don't know what you're gonna do. Uranium, whatever. Yeah, so maybe it'll be like Jericho. MaKaElectric's talk. He loves that Jericho show. It could be like a regional thing. I'm thinking, if there's a revolution or a civil war-ish thing going on, it'll probably be in just a region of the United States. It won't be like nationwide. So I'm not sure which region. Maybe Texas, maybe California, maybe that block out west where there's a lot of resources, and we're pretty well retarded over here in the East. Seems like. We'll go along with gun control over here. So if a region like, say, the West, the whole West went up in arms and was fed up with this government, then they could tell the rest of us over here in the East that, oh, see, look at these crazy guys in the West. They're terrorists and they're bad, and we would just go along with it, and we would all turn our guns in, and that would be over. Or there could be a Jericho thing where the power goes out could just be the Northeast. Power goes out in the Northeast. Poof. FEMA Region 3, whatever. And then they take our guns in the Northeast because it's an emergency and they don't want rioting and looting. They did it in New Orleans. So they'll do it here. So there's endless possibilities. But what really matters is these people are ridiculous. And they have to go. Okay? Just let them go. Don't obey their rules. They're so stupid. They're so stupid. Okay. Don't buy it. Please don't buy it. Okay, bye.